Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. The person you are now has changed drastically from who you used to be. So if they can't see it, you don't be concerned. Let's get right into it. You have to make a change for you, and a positive one. When you make changes, you're not doing it for anybody else other than yourself. So a lot of things that take place are going to be for you. It's good to work on yourself. It's good to self-improve. It's good to do things that bring your life into a better place. But the one thing that you need to realize is that you're not doing this for anyone but yourself. You're not doing this for anyone but yourself. It's okay to want to be better than you used to be. But the minute you try to do that for someone else, you're going to find that you end up disappointed. You don't want to make a change for another person. You don't want to make a change to please someone else. You want to make that change for you because it's going to benefit you better than it would anybody. And when you make a positive change for you, by default, things will get better for the people that are around you. If you're not being destructive to yourself, you're most likely not going to be destructive to others. And there's nothing more important than that. But sometimes when you will do something positive for you, or you'll do something to better you, and you expect other people to feel good about it, you expect someone else to be happy for you, you really don't always get that. And that's why it's better to do things that will benefit you and benefit the people around you, instead of trying to do things to please other people. When you do things to please other people, it's only going to be temporary, and then they could potentially just not even care at all. But if you go to please yourself, you're going to be able to benefit off of what you do for yourself long term. You not only do you want other people to be able to benefit off of the things you do for yourself, you want to be able to benefit off of those things. And it only makes sense. It only makes sense for you to do the best that you can for yourself. It's important that you learn that you know that. You might be out here trying to help this one. You might be out here trying to help that one. What you need to do is sit down and see how you can help yourself. See how you can make things work for you. You can't help anyone the way you really would like to until you make room and clear up some of the things that you're dealing with and make some better decisions that will get your life where it needs to go. Some people want to make other people happy, and you can do that. But it has to be them being happy to see you live your life. That's what true happiness is when it comes to making other people happy. They should be happy wanting to see you live your life. That's really what it boils down to. You want other people to be happy for you, to see you live successfully. And you want to see other people live successfully. You want to be happy for them, so that the way they can go out and be the best that they could possibly be. But they shouldn't be making those decisions for you. They shouldn't be doing those things to please you. The way a person is should be enough to please a person. So if there's anything happening that's not good and that person needs to make a change, that person making that change for themselves is going to end up becoming better for them and the people around them. And that's what's important. When you become better for yourself, there's more that you can do for you. And when there's more that you can do for you, there's more you can do for others. There's more you can do, and there's more you could be responsible for. There's more you could hold yourself accountable for. But you don't do these things for others. I guarantee you, if you do things for yourself, stop trying to do things for other people, things will change for you drastically and get better. And there's nothing wrong with doing things for other people. You should want to do things for other people. But the thing is, you can't do things for other people when you're supposed to be doing them for yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's the message of this video. And you can't get caught up in that spirit. Like, I'm doing things to change my life and everyone is going to be satisfied and pleased by it. You go to make some changes, some people still may look at you the same. You go to make some changes, some people still may want to hold you in that same spot. They may not want to let you grow out of that. And that's a rough patch to be in. That's why when I say go to make a change, you go to make that change for yourself. Other people want to be around, they'll benefit. If other people want to be a part of what you're doing, they'll benefit. But you can't force someone just because you're making a change to be happy for you or to approve it or to clap their hands for you. Clap, clap, clap. Great job. You're doing a great job. Not everybody's going to be there for you that way when you go to make a change. And there are some people who are still going to look at you like you haven't done much, like you haven't excelled much. It's better to do something than to do nothing. You just have to find that something that works. Not everybody is going to be satisfied with the type of person that you are when you go to correct things. Maybe they were looking at you one way when you weren't the most positive, and sometimes they want to keep you there because it makes them feel better about themselves. Oh, so-and-so's making a change. They still want to hold you in a certain place in their mind and in their heart, and that's okay. You just don't want anything to do with it, that's all. And you shouldn't want anything to do with that. You should not want anything to do with anyone who's going to continue to hold you in their mind the way that they want. They don't have to totally forgive you. They don't have to totally be on your side about things. And they don't even have to acknowledge the fact that you've changed. But to treat someone like they're still the same person, it says a lot about the person that is handing out that kind of treatment. This person wanted you, as mad as they were or as upset as they were pleased to see you in this position. Anybody pleased with you not doing your best is a threat to your success. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we shouldn't do, that we're not supposed to do. But when it comes to making that change, you do it for yourself. When it comes to self-improvement, you do it for yourself. You don't go to the gym and get in shape so people can like the way you look. That may be a particular goal of yours, but you want to be the one at the end of the day that likes the way you look. You want to be the one at the end of the day to appreciate yourself. And that's what it's all about. It's really about self-appreciation. Because just because you're making changes doesn't mean others are going to appreciate you and what you're doing. They could still potentially have some type of negativity for you, some hate for you, some bad feelings towards you. And you don't need that when you're already recovering, when you're already healing from some type of past this or drama or that or whatever it is you went through. People like to point blame when things happen that go wrong, but they don't want to admit the part that they play in it. They just like to say, hey, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Then when you go to make changes, you go to become better, they really don't have much to say. They may tell you a good job or a pat on the back here or there. May tell you a little fake congrats or something like that. But the way they were all in your face when you were doing harmful, damaging things, awful things, and they still want to hold you in that same category. And these are the people who try to, not try, but these are the people who end up bringing the worst out of you. Because it's like they want to see something happen between you and them so bad. And that's why it's really not healthy to be around people who will bring up your past and continue to focus on your past and try to keep you in your past. It's like you're growing out of something and they want to continue to see you there. They want you to continue to feel that way about yourself. So if they don't notice the changes you make, don't be concerned with them. They don't notice the positive things you're doing in your life, don't be concerned with them. Because they're trying to stunt your growth and stop you from healing. That's what that is. They're trying to stump your growth and stop you from healing. So it's best to just leave those people where they're at with their opinion. They'll try hard to make their opinion your reality. And people like that, they're really hung up on trying to get you to feel that way too. It's like they're not going to stop until you give in to their opinion about you and you accept it for yourself. And that's what they want. They want you to accept the lesser version of you to please them. A lot of people have done that. And you might have even done that not knowing it happened. But when you go to make a change and people, keep gesturing you towards certain behaviors, when people start talking about you the way you used to be and not from a point of change, like it's already bad enough to have been a certain type of person, but you change and then you get around people who still want to talk to you like you're that person that you made the changes from. It's a very toxic person to put yourself around. And I mean, people like this, they get the message. They're well aware of the things that they're doing. They just don't care. And they don't care about your growth. They don't care about your success. They don't care about you not being this kind of person anymore. People prefer to see others stay down. And they like you more when you are down. They don't like this up version of you, this one person that sees unlimited possibilities for themselves. Someone that is not going to allow something they did to hold them back. They want you to be held back by the things you did because they're held back by the things that they did. This is why some people don't want to let you live certain things down. Every time you go around them, they gotta bring it up in some kind of way because they can use that as they could use that as a point of control to access you. When you got your guard up, might go around them, try to spend some time with them, be peaceful, or you may have to work, or you may live around certain people, whoever's doing this to you, and they see you with your guard up. So they see you working on yourself and getting stronger. So what do is they bring up something from your past to try and trigger you and get you upset over it. They want to use who you were against you. People like that are sick. And they don't grow. Anyone that is showing growth, anyone that's working towards something, anyone that's changing in life, they're going to have a type of respect for you for changing, and they're going to have a level of understanding. Because just because you change doesn't mean that it undoes what you did to a person. Maybe you've done something that wasn't right. But the fact that you changed and you respect yourself enough to not be that kind of person anymore, that shows a lot. And you don't need you don't need any type of credit for that. You don't need anyone to be like, hey, I see that you changed, good job. You're not even looking for that. But what you are looking for is some type of understanding, for people to respect the fact that you're not doing anything that you used to do, whatever that may have been, and you are headed in a different direction. They could still be upset with you. They could still feel how they feel towards you. Maybe they have some resentment towards you, towards something. It's normal for people to feel that way, but normal people feel that way, and then they work on it. They overcome it. They don't allow it to be a tool used to purposely cause stress in someone's life. And that's what they're trying to do with your past. They're trying to use it as a tool to keep getting into your head and causing you to not like them, causing you to not want to be around them because they can't accept you for who you are. And it will be people that they won't even know, that they can easily accept, let things go. But when it comes to you, because you're actually showing growth and you actually want to do certain things to put yourself far away from the person that you used to be, now you're starting to become too holy for them. You're starting to become too good for them. Certain people, when you put yourself around them after you changed, they will start to feel some type of way. Certain people will start to feel some type of way when you've changed and you're not the same person anymore. And you go around them and, you go to work and you done had some life change, or you go back around people you always knew and you had some type of life change, or something is different than it used to be, or you starting to be a different person, a better person. People who have some type of jealousy towards you or some type of animosity towards you are going to keep bringing up your past. It's a form of control. All right, it's a form of mind control. They want to have that amount of power over you to be able to control your mood and alter your state of mind. They don't want you to feel good ever. And it's like they just don't want you to feel good about yourself. And when you begin to do that, it causes them a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. They start to stress. Like the same way you feel when these people are putting pressure on you and trying to annoy you and harm you, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like mentally abuse you in some kind of way, is the same way they feel when they feel you getting free or pulling away from them. It's like they're losing their ability to inflict damage on a person. And that does a lot to them. Like, it will cause them the same type of fatigue you get after an argument. It'll cause them the same type of stress that a person will go under when it's like they feel that people are trying to take their job from them, kind of thing. And they just don't like it. So they have to keep you in a de-elevated state, because like you're constantly elevating. You don't want to be the same person anymore. You don't want to be who you used to be anymore. You're over all the toxic, negative things you used to do. And you want your life to turn into something different. And you see and you feel something different for yourself. And sometimes what you see for yourself ends up being better than what others see for themselves. And once you begin to see something better for yourself than other people see for themselves, they're going to automatically see that you're going to end up being better than them from the choices that you're making, regardless of the choices that you made previously, regardless of the person who you were previously. They don't want you to get any further than you are now, because now that the roadblocks are out the way, the demons are off of you, you're working through past traumas and curses, generational curses and things like that. You're going to start to shine. You're going to start to just keep growing. And it's like the higher you see yourself being able to go, the more someone is going to feel some type of way about that, have something to say about that, and possibly not want to see it take place. The change that you already underwent is like enough for them. And now the fact that they see you changed and they see how you're going about the change in your life, they see the sky's the limit for you. And they may not see that. They may not see that for themselves. They may not feel that for themselves. And that makes certain people feel like they're missing something in life. And it makes them feel like they're missing something and you're not. It makes them feel like you have more going on than them. It makes them feel like there's more happening in your life for you than it is for them. No one wants to have a boring life where they feel like nothing is happening for them. And when they look at you and the things that you're doing and the person that you're becoming versus who you used to be, they see your strength. You probably done something that not many people were able to do. You probably achieved something that not many people were able to achieve. You probably turned your life around in a way to where maybe they thought it was going to be the end for you. They didn't expect you to survive this one. They thought it would be over for you. And some people, they actually relish in those moments. They actually kick back, put their feet up, and be like, this person is done. There's no way for them to get out of this. We are not going to have to worry about this person anymore. But they were wrong about you because you decided to change. You decided to turn your life into something greater than what it was. And that's what it's all about. You decided to turn your life into something that was meaningful, something worthwhile. And it's driving them crazy because not only did you choose to improve, not only are you doing better than you used to be, not only are you not who you used to be, but now you got the nerve to even be better than them. Who do you think you are? You got the nerve to be better than them. You got the nerve to not give up until you get yours. You got the nerve to look at it like it's not over until you win. You got the nerve to try better and greater things than the people who are above you telling you that you weren't going to get out of your situation. Now you got out the situation and you got the nerve to be going after better things than they could accomplish for themselves or conceive for themselves. They know that it's something special that's about to take place in your life. They know it. And you know it. But you don't need any recognition from them. You don't need to be concerned about how they feel about you, their opinion. They can still say that you're not going to change. They can still look at you like the same person. They can still try to say certain things to try to make you feel bad about yourself, like you're still who you used to be. They'll play those games, but it's just to stress you out. It's to take your mind off of your progress. They don't want you to feel good about the amount of progress that you're making, and they want to keep you stuck in a certain mind state to where you feel like you can't accomplish much. Let's say that. All right, they want to keep you stuck in a mind state to where you're doubting yourself, where you're not thinking that you can achieve or succeed. All right, they don't want you to see yourself as being greater than who you are or what you currently are. So they keep saying things to try to degrade you and bring you back to a place where they can control you. And if they can control you, they can control what you'll be, what you become, what you think about yourself, what you tell yourself. And this is the game that they're playing when they're trying to keep you in the past. So anybody that's trying to keep you in the past, even though you've made changes, is the devil. You may have done them wrong. You may have not done something right by them. You may have not been perfect to them. But if you have changed and you're willing to change, you're willing to apologize, you're willing to work things out, you're willing to show them with effort that you're not going to be the same person anymore. A lot of us have gone through things that we were doing that weren't positive or the best, and then we ended up healing and getting better, only to realize the person that was telling us that we need to change and there was something wrong with us is a part of the problem, because they were always a part of the problem and may have even been a bigger problem than they would like to take credit for or imagine. They just want to point the finger at you and notice all the things that were wrong about you, but blindly not accepting the fact that they played a part in it. It's like, you're wrong. This is wrong in your life. That's wrong in your life. That's wrong in your life. And you need to fix these things. Once you fix these things and you get better and you start to heal, you start to see people not wanting to see that healing take place. And then you realize that's the whole entire reason, if not part or all, that you had to even heal in the first place. That could even be what you're healing from and not have even known it. So the fact that the fact that you've decided to make a change, I just want to say kudos to you. That is a very powerful, positive thing, because people go through things, people end up becoming someone that they shouldn't, and then they make a change only to have someone try to bring them back in the past to who they used to be, only to realize that the person trying to bring you back in the past is the reason why you even had to deal with these kinds of things in the first place. In some cases, it's like having to get a new job and then realizing that once you get a new job, it wasn't you and it was the people at your job saying you were the problem, but it was them, saying it was something wrong with you, but it was something wrong with them, pointing out all the things you need to fix about yourself, only to fix them, get better, and realize that this person was a part of the problem. The person who you are now has changed drastically from who you used to be. If they can't see it, you don't be concerned. Don't be concerned if they can't see it. Some people are blindly choosing to not recognize the new you. Some people are just not doing that. Tell me how that makes sense. All right. They don't want you to be someone, but they also don't want to recognize the version of you that's changed. They didn't expect you to change that hard. They didn't expect you to become anything that great. They didn't expect you to become anything that amazing. They didn't expect you to do anything with your life. They expected you to stop doing what you were doing, or they expected you to just, get healthier. They just expect you to maybe stop eating certain foods, or stop doing certain things that aren't good for you. They didn't expect you to take it to where you were going to take it. All you needed was a clear mind. All you needed was peace of mind. All you needed was the right people around you. All you needed was positive influences. And you were going to take it way further than they could ever imagine to begin with either way. It was just God's timing on your life. And now that things are getting better, now that they're seeing another side of you, now that they're seeing someone in you that they didn't even know existed or didn't want to exist, now this is where they have to bring you back to your past. They have to try to bring you back to your past, because they're trying to bring that past version of you back out of you, because seeing the new you is causing them too much trouble. It's causing them too much heartache. It's causing them too much pain. It's causing them to burn and eat their words. All the things that they've said about you behind your back, all the bad talk, all the gossip, all the slander, all the ways of viewing you negatively and kicking dirt on you and saying you're never going to be anything because of what you were up to. Now they have to eat that. Not only have you changed that, but you're working towards better. They got to eat that. You are about to make them eat their words. They're gonna have some word soup, some alphabet soup up in here, because I mean, how can you ignore the fact that somebody made a positive change on their life, but when they were doing things that were negative, you had every single thing to point out and act like there was something wrong with this person and not even admit to the part that you played in it. How's that work? Make that make sense. So you drastically changed, And I just want to applaud you for that. And I want you to keep going. I want you to stay focused, and I want you to keep doing you and keep putting God first in your life. All right, it's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you in the next. We out.